Hey man, what you got going on?
Just got a bunch of these MREs in, so we're testing them out. Want to have this one?
Yeah.
Which one is this? This is beef ravioli.
Sounds pretty tasty.
It's in meat and textured soy protein sauce.
All right.
So today on Artist Arms, we're doing an MRE taste test. This is just from a company that was on Amazon. I believe it's called Captain Dave's. So for those of you who don't know, MRE stands for Meal Ready to Eat. And they started development of MREs back in the 1960s to replace canned food for the military. And they've been in use ever since then. And now they're used for the National Guard a lot for disaster relief. So like Hurricane Katrina, things like that. People would have MREs because they're a super compact way to get calories and nutrition into you when you can't be carrying a lot.
Which, I mean, in all seriousness, it's not bad. It's not too bad.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if you guys can see this. It doesn't, looks all right.
You know, the fact that you can eat it out in the middle of nowhere is like pretty appealing.
It's very sweet and very bland.
Yeah.
Spaghetti with meat and textured soy sauce. Textured is a word you never want to hear for something that you're gonna eat. Nothing textured.
No,
it's a meat smoothie.
It's not very. There's not much nuance at that point.
Yeah. For those of you who have been in the military, you guys know this stuff all too well. But for those of you who are civilians like us, MREs are definitely not meant to be good food. They're just meant to be food in an emergency. So it's like you'll be grateful to eat this if you're in a hurricane. But if there's no hurricane, that joy substantially diminishes. This is a heater pack for these guys, so you don't need like a cooking setup for these, which is nice, which is one thing that is very convenient. And it just reacts with water, and it will
100% efficiency.
It will heat it up. So there's a fill line here at the bottom, if you guys can see. And so you just fill a little bit of water in the bottom, and then you're gonna close it up with the actual heat pack in here. You can see that. It almost looks like one of those hand warmers. And you're gonna roll it up once that water's in there and just lean it against something, because this actually gets like super hot. I feel like this could also be handy in cold weather. Put a little water in, close it up, and just get this inside your coat. And that's gonna heat you up pretty well. Whew, I think I did a little too much. It's good to make sure that you really get it all through those heat packs, get that chemical reaction going. Yeah, this part always reminds me of Pop Rocks, because once the water's in here, I don't know if you can hear this on the mic. I'll give that a couple minutes just to heat up.
I mean, I don't hate this ravioli. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Listen, I'm not saying it's good, okay? I'm saying it's serviceable, you know?
Well, and the one thing that is cool is like you can fit a ton of calories. Like this pouch right here, like this is over 1,100 calories. In a scenario where you're gonna be using MREs, you're probably gonna be burning more calories because your body's in that stress state, or because you're gonna be like hiking somewhere. This is 1/3 of everything I need in a day. I wouldn't be happy. Yeah. I wouldn't be happy if I was having this 3 times a day, and I probably wouldn't be pooping if I had this 3 times a day.
That way it's gonna clog you up.
Like the standard military style MREs, they have like, it's all built out. They'll have like the side dish with the entree, and they'll have like a cracker or like bread, and it's just all mushy and weird. And I've had that before, and I don't care for it. So I was just like, you know what? If I really was in a spot where I want an MRE, really what I'm looking for is a little bit of sugar, protein, calories, just to like keep me going. It's very much like sustain me, don't delight me.
So pasta with garden vegetables and tomato sauce, 65 grams of sugar.
Holy.
So meaning you're drinking a Mountain Dew as you're eating this.
A vegetable sauce.
A vegetable sauce. So you can do that.
Yeah.
And then it's like what were those?
Little hot
Pockets.
It helps if you can put something around it to insulate it because it's gonna cook better, and also you're not gonna burn your fingers by accident.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel the heat through this.
We've been talking about heating them up, but you can have all these cold, which is another thing that is handy about them.
Yeah, the actual chemical process is just warming it up. It's not cooking the food.
Exactly. This looks a little weird.
Is this the texture? This has
yeah,
that's the TVP or whatever.
Here's the textured textured meat sauce.
Yeah, this one sucks. Yeah.
It's not good.
Not good.
Yeah, if you had a little hot sauce in your pocket, a little salt, it's gonna go a long way with morale because I would be really sad if this was my only source of food.
Yeah, I need to chase it with this ravioli. That's pretty that's awful.
Yeah, there's actually like flavor in this one.
Yeah, there's flavor in that one.
There's only texture in this.
There's a lot of texture. So I'm gonna say beef ravioli.
Yep.
Kind of a win.
Yep.
Spaghetti with meat and textured soy flour sauce.
Don't do it.
Big thumbs down. So we've been doing a lot of red sauce.
Yeah.
Is there anything that is a white?
Let's see. We've got Southwestern style beans, rice, and chicken.
Blake, you trying to get some of this, man?
Oh, I like that.
What? You absolute psychopath, you.
Yeah. You gonna finish that?
MREs are weird because they have such, at least in my mind, I feel like they have such a niche use. Because if you're going hiking, I feel like you're gonna get, there's hiking food that's better than this.
Like whatever.
Like this is like,
mix.
MRE is like the desperation option where it's like in that very specific circumstance, it is good. And anything outside of that, it's just kind of there.
Which, I mean, and under that context, the spaghetti with meat and textured soy flour sauce is fine. You know, like if you were starving, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
you'd still be real happy about
yes,
that.
100%.
You remember like when you were a kid, like the mac and cheese packets?
Oh yeah, the
where you
shells
like,
and cheddar.
Yeah,
the
where you just like squeeze out the cheese.
Yep.
That is what this feels like to me.
I love how you said when you were a kid, that was last week for me.
So this ends up being about 17 ounces for 1,100 calories. So it's very dense. So it's going to conserve space in a pack, but it's not going to conserve weight. So that's definitely something to think about if you were putting together a go bag or a get home bag or something like that. Those ounces do add up. It always sounds silly at the beginning when you're planning, but the ounces add up, so just know that. So for a lot of camp food, you need something like a jet boil or something like that on hand, where this is like, this takes up no space. You just put it around the bag with no water in it to store it. I don't know if you can see that for camera. All right, here you go.
All right.
This is what it looks like.
Gotta mix it up a little bit. I'm
It's
switching.
definitely got that textured thing still going on.
That's like not bad.
Yeah, that's still way better than the spaghetti was.
Yeah.
I think this one, I like it a little bit better than the beef ravioli.
I would say that it's pretty sweet. 55 grams of sugar, so that kind of explains that.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar.
It's literally like a can of pop.
It's got that like tangy edge a little bit.
Yeah. This is definitely doable though. Mm-hmm. This and the beef ravioli, definitely doable.
It would take me longer to get tired of that.
Yeah.
This one, actually, the flavor goes somewhere. Mm-hmm. And that one, it's like, it just hits your mouth and drops.
Yep.
Straight into your bowels.
Yes.
I want to try this for comparison. They're both good.
Yeah.
Man, I think I still like the beef ravioli
You like the beef ravioli?
more.
Yeah, I might go with the Southwestern.
This is way more hearty.
Yeah. This feels like you're actually, I mean, I don't know, it feels like a little bit more like a meal.
Yep.
You know?
I should have let it heat for longer. It's just like a sheet of food.
Yeah.
Man, that one was terrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
I would be
This was
disappointed. Man, this has a weird note to it.
The ravioli? I totally agree.
The wind-up Matchbox cars that you could get that had like the rubber tracks that would do loop-de-loops.
Oh yeah, of course.
It tastes like the rubber track.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, I know that we have been hating on this spaghetti with meat sauce quite a bit, but I do kind of have to say there's a little bit of nostalgia in it for me. It does kind of remind me of my childhood.
This is what would happen if Chuck E. Cheese started making Italian entrees.
There you go. It's almost like a Lunchable, like the pizza Lunchable, but only if it was just the crust.
Yeah, this tastes like the meal that like your parents make for you right before they say they're getting a divorce.
Actually, the Southwestern style of beans with rice and chicken does kind of remind me of the food from my local Mexican place when they throw it out.
Did I tell you about the time that I did dumpster diving in college? You know, the more I eat this spaghetti, the more I hate it.
Yeah, it's just bad.
There's actually like a sour note at the end of the spaghetti.
Yeah. It's rotten milk. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one's no joke bad. That one's like straight up like it's on a different level of
We're not
weird to me.
Yeah, this is not an exaggeration for a video like this.
Yeah, like I wash my hands clean of that weirdness.
Like,
yeah.
You don't want this.
Sorry, Dave.
Dave, you let me down.
You let us down. But your beans and rice, not bad.
Yeah, and the ravioli is actually kind of delightful. I'm being an optimist here, guys. It's not great. The best part about that spaghetti one, actually, is that if you eat that first, everything else tastes amazing.
Oh, considerably better, just by proxy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your dining experience?
I mean, listen, context is everything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm out in the woods. Imagine I'm out in the woods, advocating for, X amount of days, whatever the case may be. Boom, 7. Right?
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
And then,
that's a 7.
I mean, like I said, I think I preferred the Southwestern rice and beans. So I'm gonna go and say 7.5 here, and then.
I feel like it's around a 7 for me as well.
And the spaghetti with me and textured soy flour sauce can rot in hell.
I'm gonna give it a 2. And that's in a survival situation, too.
2.
It's not good.
It's just not good.
Yeah, so that's MRE taste testing, guys. But that's just Captain Dave, and there's so many other delicious, delightful brands that are out there. So if there's a brand that you want to see us try out, message us through social media. We will do it. We will sacrifice our bodies for science. For you.
Because we love you. Don't forget to kiss the homies goodnight.